did you find yourself doing business?
I remember my first 1,000 bob, what I did was go for a money pedi. Msiulize, msichana anauliza maswali hivi na ni mkubwa hivi hata hajui ake please.
Why business? Everybody else is like, I'm looking for a job.
You know, like when you go to America,
yes.
What do they call that land? Yo milkenani. Kana nsikufika. I lost money.
You're serious?
Msidanganywa na makeup. So this is the school fees of business.
Business.
Period. Who the guys in Marikiti are the ones with money?
Those are the guys with the money.
Fully.
Yes. So you have to choose your heart. There is no one formula for all the businesses.
Yeah, sure. Mind shift for sure.
Mind
there.
shift.
How are you?
Thank you.
Karibu Style Up.
Yeah?
So
Style up.
Yes.
I feel like you're telling me to style up.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. So I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
You're actually the one who made me know who Piles is, and also made me know about Nabo.
Yeah.
So God for her.
Yeah.
And then clearly, I'm sure having the chance to talk to you means I'm going to really learn a lot from you, especially coming from a small business entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yes. So Karibu Style Up. Here we sell, but I don't know whether men are really.
But my wife is very much into skincare, fragrance, all those things. So I'm looking around and I'm like,
you can say something familiar.
I'm familiar.
Oh.
I live with these things.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So for me, I sell makeup, skincare, and then recently we started introducing Arabic fragrances. So that is us.
Wow.
Because we offer of course in skincare now we really do some bit of consultation based on also research. So yeah, this is a safe place for us. Stella, when you look good, you smell good, you feel good as a lady.
I like that brand, Style Up. Why Style Up?
Why Style Up?
What was the inspiration?
So well, for makeup and skincare, in most cases, you're already beautiful as you are.
Yeah.
So with that, it helps enhance your beauty. So you're actually styling up. Then now the beauty with less, it's on a budget because we do sell products at a budget-friendly price.
Yeah.
So that's why we settled with Style Up.
Yeah.
So you're like styling up.
Yeah. I hope by the time I live here, I will have styled up. Yeah. So it always excites me when I meet business people, and I get to know their story. What's the story behind the story? I mean, you're a young lady, you're well educated, you got it all going. How did you find yourself doing business? Why business? Everybody else is like, I'm looking for a job, but you are the courageous tribe.
So where do I start? Honestly, this is something that back when I was young, like in Form 1, when you fill the form of who do you want to be
when I grow up.
So one of my number one was a business lady. Then I came out with other careers like accountants and all that. So I didn't really take it very seriously. So later on did my high school, then afterwards went to uni. I met up with a lady, and
what was her name?
She was
I'm
called.
sure she wrote this at some point.
She was called Mercy.
Mercy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I met up with her in class, and then bit by bit interacting with her, and then she told me how she does this business. So bit by bit I started by being a delivery girl. Then bit by bit.
Was in high school?
No, in campus.
In campus. Yes.
High school I did it, of course. In high school there's really not much you can do, considering the fact that I was in boarding. So now in campus is when now you'll interact with other people here and there. So that's where we met. Actually,
so
it was
you
at
met Mercy in which campus?
KCA.
KCA.
At CPA 3.
At CPA. So you have also done CPA?
Yes. Yes. And
I don't want to distract you from the story of Mercy. So how did Mercy inspire you to get into business?
Because of how she looked good. She
styled up.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
She really looked good, and I was like, and she was warm also when I asked her questions like, which business are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. So now that's how she also introduced me bit by bit to now skincare and makeup. Yes. So, but also, I feel like also when I was young, why her business also really inspired me is because ever since in campus, I remember my first 1,000 bob, what I did was go for a mani pedi. So me, in terms of beauty, is one of the things that I really loved ever since. But you know, it's you really don't know it till now you get a chance to actually do it. So that's where we started. So bit by bit growing. So now I started a page on Instagram. Then now,
what's the name of the page?
Style Up with Less. That's us.
Style Up
with Less.
Style Up with Less.
Yes.
Meaning affordable.
Yes.
Nice. I like it.
Yes.
Style Up with Less.
That's us. So now started an Instagram page. We grew organically.
That was still on in campus?
Yes.
Wow.
Back in campus. Yes. At that time, you really don't know. You're just doing your course.
So now, Mercy is doing business, and you're also doing business.
Yes, and we are also in campus. Yes, but now for her, she was doing actuarial science at JQuat, and then now for me, I was doing economic statistics at KU. Yes, but
you're both very serious people.
We
are.
Yes, and then now we are actually now doing CPAs during the holidays. So that's where we met.
Wow, and you still had time to do business.
Yes.
How was business when you were in campus?
It was actually, I feel like for me it wasn't really something that I looked at it career, like something that I'll come to do it full time, because it was for getting that extra coins for, you know, you're in campus, you're a girl, so you need to go for lunch dates. At that time, I really didn't take it as something that's gonna be serious. So actually for it blowing up to where I'm at right now, I'm grateful. It's something that I keep on getting shocked each and every day. So that's where we started. So for me it was more or less like getting some side money, money here, there. So that's how we started. Grew organically, Instagram. So people trusted us. Then there were no really.
Were you making money?
No.
When you're in campus?
Not really. Not really. Because I think I did it for quite a number of months for me to even save 7,000. That's when I opened my first bank account. I was like, okay, this can't be something serious.
Doing
business.
Cosmetics.
Yes.
Wow.
But at that time
you got your first 7,000. Not from your parents. Doing business while in campus.
Yes.
Wow. What happened?
What happened?
Was it like you saved the money, or you did a big deal?
No, I saved the money.
You saved the money?
I did.
Little by little?
Yes. And also, how can I say it? I've also grown up in a family that is very is it praise or cost? How can our family is not really, my parents are not spendthrifts. So they really maximize on saving. So if it's, whenever you're buying something, is it a need? Yes, they did a good job. So is it a need or a want? So at times, yes, of course, I would have some fun. I'll go for girls' brunches here and there. I'll do my nails. Just small expenses for me, making me happy, making me style up and looking better. So so now with that, also that culture being brought up by my parents in me. So now bit by bit now saving, that's where now I got to my 7,000.
That's what we normally call pay yourself first.
Yes.
The little money you're making, you're putting something aside, and that is what accumulate to 7,000. So what happened when you had 7,000?
So I opened a bank account.
Wow. Which bank?
Equity.
Bank ya mwananchi.
Okay, kabisa. So that time, I'm young and Equity was suitable for me at that time. And also there were not so many restrictions, and then opening an account was easy. Also there were no charges, monthly charges. So those are some of the key things when it comes to saving money. So that's why Equity was suitable for me. So bit by bit, growing organically. Customers also trusted me from our page, because back in the day there were no theft cases from Instagram pages. So now people would trust by paying a deposit.
They would pay in advance.
A deposit of half the price, then now the other half is paid on delivery. So that's how now I also grew.
I see.
And also referrals.
I know so many people will be watching this story and they'll be they'll not be merciful to me because I didn't ask you where did you get your capital. Everybody says I need capital to start business. Where did you get the money to start the business?
For me, that's a question that so many people ask me.
Yes.
But I can't really quantify how much I started the business with.
Yeah.
Because you see, I was doing it in campus. So people were paying, and then afterwards now, they were paying a deposit. Then I would bring the item. Then now, in most cases, that price was enough for me to buy the product and bring it. So now the other half was my profit.
Yeah.
So, and I didn't have very many expenses like chef, like the
Yeah.
shop, an attendant.
Yeah.
Which other expenses really? That I feel like mostly running a business.
Yeah.
I didn't have so many costs. Implications. So for me, enough small profit was good for me because it's just for me.
Yeah.
So now I grew organically.
Yeah.
At times I would, actually there's one product that I really say really helped me a lot because we had good profit margins, the flexi rods. Back in the day, there were flexi rods that we used to get from boys, and there's all deliver. So that's where bit by bit saving.
So your capital was accumulating gradually.
Yes.
Even without you realizing.
Yes.
There is a book called Customer Funded Business. You need to read that book. And it says the best person to fund your business is your customer. So something really magical was happening that you didn't realize, and everybody else is not starting a business because they are hoping to get capital, but they forget if you get the customer, you get the capital.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
and that's how wealthy folks make great businesses. Yeah, you if I make a suit like this, the first person I want to do is to take it to the customer. And the customer likes it. They ask for a packet, and I tell them, pay me in advance. And then now I move, this costed me probably a shilling to make.
Yes.
Now I have 100.
Yes.
Then I make 3 packets. Then I make 5 packets. Then I make 1,000 packets. And eventually, you have a business.
Bit by bit.
So I really like this part, that the best person to fund your business is actually your customer. I'm just helping to put words to when somebody ever asked you, how did you fund your business? Where did you get your capital? Say you got your capital from the customers.
Okay, that's a good job. Actually, yeah. Because now going back, and that's true.
Yeah.
It's actually from the customers, and I'm very grateful for them.
Have you ever heard of this guy called Robert Kiyosaki?
No, but I feel like
you've heard of this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Yes.
He's the one who wrote that book.
Okay.
Guess what he says? The best business to start is the one that starts with zero capital. So you started with 0 capital. You just started showing what you could do. Yeah.
Okay.
You didn't know, but
I
you were
like
doing something amazing.
And even at that time, I wasn't really doing it, looking at it, like it growing.
You were just passionate to see your customers look good.
Yes.
That's another thing.
For sure.
When you think about solving people's problems, money just seems to follow you. But if you start a business so that you can pay your expenses and everything, then there's a conflict. But if I'm out to make you look good, then you feel like you ought to pay me. You owe me too, and therefore you pay me.
Yes.
And the more you pay me, the more I grow.
Yes.
But the more I want to solve your problem, the more my business is growing. Yes.
Yeah.
So I even like that the brand of your business even more. Style Up is about I want to style you up.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should look good.
Yeah.
It feels
With less.
So yes.
With less.
Affordability. Yes.
2 things which are very close to people's heart. So we have a 7,000 bob. We are still in campus. And then what happened?
So what happened after that? I still continued the business.
Yeah.
Still saving. At the same time, I'm still doing my undergrad at KU. So bit by bit, I'm now trying to wonder, so this is something that I can actually, whether I really even, I think it's just, I feel like it's just inborn. I didn't know what I was doing back then. So it was just, let me go with the flow. Yeah. I'm seeing happy and it's my joy. Also bringing products, because I used to ship products from the US, which were very hard for people.
You were in campus and you're shipping products from the US?
Yes.
That's daring.
It is.
Wow.
Yes, so now also products that because I would watch there are these reality shows that we really loved watching, and you'll see how those ladies looked so good.
Yes.
So those products were, because the makeup artists used to post them, so now those products, bringing them and making them available to people was a plus for me. So now that's how now grew bit by bit. But I was just doing it for that, like I was just happy.
You were having fun while doing it.
Exactly. So it wasn't really like the seriousness of really doing
we're gonna be make $1 billion business.
Books and everything. that wasn't at the back of my mind at all.
Yeah.
So now, from the 7,000, I still continued with it.
And sorry, because that's an important point to your customers.
Yes.
You shipping products from the US is also shows the authenticity of your products.
Yes.
You're not just getting some funny things from somewhere.
Yes, for sure. And that's also one of the things that I can't really pride myself with, because one of the things about me is that I'm very authentic. So if it is a product that you see in my shop, you just know it is from their respective websites, or if not, allow distributors from their websites, like from the brands themselves. So that's one of the things that are very key to me. So even when it comes to shipping, that's why I preferred to ship from the US compared to now buying. Yes, I bought some bits from Du Bois, but in most cases I was buying now the appliances, like the flexi rods, the things that are not really coming into contact with your skin, like products, how can I say it, like tools, accessories. That's what I was now getting from Du Bois. But now when it comes to products, I was shipping from the US. So now that's one of the things that I felt. Also, I had friends who would advise me, like, not even really, like, we were walking this journey together. So I was just doing it, but I wasn't really serious about it. I wasn't really doing it with...
You are flowing.
I was just going with the flow, literally. But one of the things that I was very, very particular with is authenticity. Yes. So that's one of my key.
I mean, this young lady in campus, why is she getting again money to import things from the US? Now you've moved from shillings to dollars.
Yes.
Did something happen?
But yes.
Or is it still your customers who are funding you?
Yes.
So then it means you have some lead time before you deliver to them.
Yes. 3 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks.
Yes. Now that's also the time.
So are you telling your customers, I'm going to ship it for you, or what are you promising your customers?
Everything was communicated at, before making payments. So now, how can I, like, I would post something. Let's say, let me give an example.
On Instagram.
Yes. Let's say an X gloss.
Yes.
Back in the day.
Yes.
So now I'll post it on Instagram, and then someone will be interested in it. So I'll say, this is the price of it. But now for me to bring this to you, I need a deposit of half the price, then the other half is paid on delivery.
When you say for me to bring it to you, it's not delivering it from my shop. For me to import it for you.
Yes.
I see.
But now, of course...
So they understood you are importing for them.
Yes, and I will communicate everything in advance. It takes 3 to 4 weeks for it to come.
Like the way when I want to buy a car, I put a deposit and someone imports the car for me.
Exactly.
I see.
So that's how I grew. So now you see, with that payment...
that's being very smart. You're a very shrewd businesswoman.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Into it. So now...
So very clear communication to your customer.
Yes.
You're making promises that you can actually deliver.
Yes. Because also at the same time, I use the shipping company. So now I would order from the website. At that time, we didn't really know. As I was saying, I was just going with the flow. So at that time, also the dollar rate was really nice. So now converting it, there was no hustle and bustle like as at now, where you have to like withdraw and then now you go and change the dollars. No, back in the day, I just needed one account, a Kenya shilling account. So I would pay with my card to that respective website, and then now they would ship to the address, the shipping company that I'm using, and that's how I'll bring it to Kenya. So when it arrives, now I'll communicate to our clients. So back then, because we were on rating on people, and even there are not so many clients, so it wasn't really as...
Back then is like when?
20...
back then could mean 1980.
Back then was in 2017, 2018.
I see.
Yes.
You're still in campus.
I'm still in campus.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
now, you know, our clients, so now when they arrive, I'll clear, pay my shipping, then I'll give my clients the
Yeah.
products that they've paid
Wow.
for. Organize
Wow.
for delivery. Since at that time I didn't have a shop.
Yeah.
So now I'll ask them where would they want it delivered.
Yes.
So now I'll take, okay, I collaborated with riders in
Yes,
town.
yes.
Before I used to take it, but then again it got to a point
Those
where
days, do we even have border borders the way we know
yeah,
border
we do.
We did, eh?
We did.
Okay.
But no, it wasn't like Uber Buddha.
Yes.
So I would really use the ones that are in town.
Yeah, you need a relationship.
Yes.
With the border guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And also referrals do work.
Yes,
Because now
yes.
you see also you interact with the people in business. So
Mm.
like they'll tell you, this rider is good. So
Mm.
now I'll use them.
Yes.
So now bit by bit, and you'll find them even at times at this stage, because now
Yes.
I live in Kasarani, so at this stage for Imenti.
Yes.
So there.
Yes.
So now you'll interact with them bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. So that's how I used to make deliveries, and I'll give my clients whatever they had ordered.
Wow.
Yeah.
You used to pay for the delivery, or the client would pay for
The clients would pay for the delivery.
That's the best business.
Yes. So now all the calculations I knew was just, was just
Your job is to import the thing and deliver to the customer.
Yes.
The costs are all on the customer,
Yes.
and you get your margin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.